observe here. Class A, okay. Just let me try to write something like int x, okay, and I'll be taking class B. Okay, this is class B. Now here, just extnds extends class A. That's it. I need a proper reason. That's it. My question is why we are getting an error in line number 3. That is the question. Semicolon. Kishore, where? Where we need to write semicolon? Absolutely not. Come on, Kishore. No, not semicolon. So, I need a proper answer. Main method needed in class B. Okay, I am writing main method. Why? How it is going to solve? Absolutely not. Still, I am having an error. So, no, this is not the correct answer. If you are able to find out why we are getting an error, wait. If you are able to find out why we are getting an error, then you are perfect on the concepts up to now, what are the concepts which you had covered. Okay, tell me why. Continue, I am listening. Continue, I am listening. Where, where? So, okay, so what? Why? Why we are getting an error? Very near. You should be able to say that. All right, time's up. Simple question. In class B, am I having any constructor? In class B, am I writing any constructor? I mean, did I write any constructor? Respond. I did not write any constructor. So you know that default constructor will be available. Yes or no? Yes or no? Provided by what is the first statement in the inside that constructor? What is the first statement inside that constructor? Just a second. Please read this point number 5. I want you to read this point number 5. Read. In every constructor, by default, compiler will be automatically providing super constructor call as its so again in class B there is a default constructor, yes or no, provided by compiler. Inside that, what is the first statement? Super constructor call. Basically, with the help of that super constructor call, compiler is trying to call class A default constructor. In class A, am I having a default constructor? No. That is the reason we are getting an error. Did you understand? Means, for example, you are having a default constructor like this. Inside that default constructor, what is the first statement? Super constructor call. Basically, with the help of super constructor call, you are trying to call parent class default constructor. In parent class, am I having a default constructor? No. Which constructor I am having? parameterized constructor. So we need to pass a parameter. Then only our error will be resolved. Am I clear with this? Respond. Okay, guys, kindly please do remember this. Whenever we are, listen to this very clearly. Whenever we are creating an object for child class, I repeat, whenever we are creating an object for child class, pretty much damn sure parent class constructor will be getting executed. 100%. 100%. If parent class constructor is not getting executed, you will be getting a compile time error. Am I clear with that? For example, I'm going to write like this. Okay. Now here also I'm going to, oh, sorry. Here also I'm going to write like this. Here, let me go like something like int x. Okay. Just to make it uniformity. Okay. Just like this. Now what I'll be doing, here I'm going to write like this. Now, let me go to my main method. Now, inside my main method, I'm going to create an object here. Just now, I told a small statement. What I told you, whenever we are creating an object for, tell me, child class, 100% parent class constructor should be getting executed. Otherwise, we'll be getting a compile time error, I told you. Yes or no? From here, we are coming to here. Inside this, what is the first statement? No, not super constructor call. As of now, what is the first statement? This constructor call, not super constructor call. Are you understanding the point here? Sir, why? Why? Because you know this. Whenever you are writing this constructor call, where you need to write this constructor call? Where you need to write this constructor call? Only inside a constructor, that too as a first statement. Yes or no? So whenever you are writing this constructor call, in this constructor, there is no super constructor call. Sir, then as there is no super constructor call, parent class constructor will not be getting executed. So your statement is wrong. No. No, 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 no. My statement is not wrong. From here, okay, you will be coming to here. Inside this, we are using this constructor call. What is the use of this constructor call? We are calling class B default constructor. Inside this, what is the first statement? Super constructor call. Means we are calling basically parent class constructor. Are you understanding the point here? Respond. Whatever you do, 100% first parent class constructor will be getting executed whenever you are creating an object for child class. Am I clear with that? Now, there is a small question. Can we use both this constructor call and super constructor call both inside a constructor? Nope, we cannot. Why? For example, here I'm going to write super constructor call. Why we are getting an error? It is in the second statement. Okay, I'm going to write this here. Why we are getting an error? This is in the second statement. Are you getting the point here? Please respond. Right? So we cannot use both super constructor call and this constructor call inside a constructor. We can use keywords. Super keyword and this keyword is okay. But we cannot use both super constructor call and this constructor call inside a constructor. Please write some small note points. Just write like note point. Point number one. Point number one. Whenever we are creating an object for child class, whenever we are creating an object for child class 100% 100% parent class constructor 100% parent class constructor should be executed. 100% parent class constructor should be executed. Otherwise, we will be getting compile time error. Otherwise, we'll be getting compile time error. Next point. We cannot use both this constructor call. We cannot use both this constructor call and super constructor call and just a second, guys. Just a second. Just a second. All right. What is the point? We cannot use both this constructor call and super constructor call inside a constructor. Inside a constructor. Continuation. Because both these constructor calls should be the because both these constructor calls should be the should be the first statement inside a constructor. Should be the first statement inside a constructor. Dot. Next point. We can use both this keyword. We can use both this keyword and super keyword inside a constructor. We can use both this keyword and super keyword inside a constructor. Dot. Guys, you know the difference between keywords and constructor calls? Yes or no? Where we cannot use this keyword, this and super, both this and super keywords, where we cannot use inside a static area, except that we can use them anywhere. Super constructor call and this constructor call, we need to use them only. Use that word only one more time. Super constructor call and this constructor call, we need to use them only inside a constructor, that too as a first statement. So either you can write super constructor call or this constructor call. Both you cannot write. Am I clear with that? Dot. All right. Now, please keep your signing as polymorphism. All right. Now, let us try to understand polymorphism. Okay. So, guys, before starting this concept, Let me just try to give a small idea. Without having a direct question or indirect question on polymorphism, there will not be any Java interview. Mark my words. You may or may not be getting questions on encapsulation. You may or may not be getting questions on encapsulation. But polymorphism, 100%. Either direct question or indirect question. Why? Because without having a proper knowledge on inheritance, you will not be able to answer questions related to polymorphism. And without having a proper knowledge on polymorphism, you will not be able to understand abstraction. Inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, all these three concepts are interconnected. Interconnected. Okay. Believe me, one of the most important topic in entire core Java.
This
Absolutely
meeting
not.
is being
First time
recorded.
saying that. Okay. So when you're speaking about polymorphism, basically there are two types of polymorphism. What are those? Compile time polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism. And second one is runtime polymorphism. What is the first one? Please tell me what is the first one? Compile time polymorphism. You know what? Compile time polymorphism is most commonly known as method overloading. Compile time polymorphism is most commonly known as method overloading. Runtime polymorphism is most popularly known as method overriding. This is method overloading. This is method overriding. Mark my words, guys.
This
About
meeting is being
method
recorded.
overriding. Okay. Now, what do you mean by method overloading? Writing two or more methods